Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to our Institution of Global Professional free webinar. Thank you all for joining with us in this wonderful session. My lovely audience, today I'm your host, I am Kamdul from Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. And I feel honored to host this webinar and it's my delight to welcome you all to our Institution of Global Professional free webinar. Before starting the program, I request everyone to share this webinar in your social media and newsfeed. Before we have completed our 722 webinars successfully today, I will be presenting webinar number 723 and the topic is physical literacy during pandemic. Today we have a speaker from Philippines. Today our speaker name is Associate Professor Jesus D. Arkarin. He is a former Assistant Director, Sports and Course of University of Makati. Let's welcome our speaker to the screen. Hello,
Hello,
sir.
good afternoon. I'm audible, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, give a short description about yourself, then you can start your presentation.
Okay, so before I start, a pleasant day to everyone who are here with us today in this webinar. I would like to thank especially the Institute of Global Professionals for this opportunity to talk about physical literacy at this time of pandemic. Okay, so am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, thank you. So physical literacy. I know everyone are now interested in learning more about physical literacy. Literacy, its concept usually is that we never notice what we are doing is physical literacy. Being one of the physical educators, we want to enlighten you about physical literacy. We believe that physical literacy is key to being active for life. Let's go to the next slide. The importance of physical education and physical literacy. Again, being a physical educator, being a PE teacher, I want everyone to access the benefit of sport and of course also the exercise that can bring them in active lifestyle and continue their involvement with it throughout their lives. In 32 years of teaching career, I have seen so many children's lives impacted upon so positively through understanding the importance of sport, also exercise, and an active lifestyle. This is known as physical literacy, especially at this time of pandemic. This is one aim of PE teachers for every pupil to become physically educated and reach a certain level of physical literacy. A student that is physically literate will develop the confidence, motivation, physical competence, and knowledge to understand the value of engagement and physical activities for life. Physical literacy is vital to the overall development of a child throughout their life in all gatherings. Sport and exercise can improve an individual's fitness, health, and social skills and mental well-being. All these benefits can be delivered within physical education lessons, in school or at home. The physical, social, and psychological aspects of physical education lessons during face-to-face and online then the classes ensure the learner reaches a certain level of physical literacy. A physically educated child will be physically literate for the rest of their lives. They will have an appreciation of the significant impact of leading a healthy, active lifestyle in engaging in regular physical activity. A physical literate student will understand the benefits of incorporating exercise and physical activity into their weekly schedule. plus the value of continuing with this throughout their lives. They will also understand the negative impact of not taking part in regular exercise and not having a healthy, active lifestyle. From my own time within teaching, I've seen many examples of just how important physical education can be to the young people. Not only to the young people, but to the old one. Pupils can make strong friendship through physical education, improving their social interaction and social skills, of course. Simply through participation, of course. Uh, Sport, exercise, and especially physical education can dramatically improve mental well-being. I've been seen evidence of this firsthand with students that have anxieties, but physical education sports has proven to become a distraction. Other examples that I have witnessed with numerous students in platform given to less academically gifted pupils or those with behavioral difficulties. Physical education allows them a certain freedom to express themselves in ways that other subjects are unable to. A physical literate individuals will develop important life skills such as independence, communication, teamwork, and of course leadership. They will consider their own conduct, show respect to others, and demonstrate fair play and good sportsmanship. However, all the previous mentioned benefits and positive outcomes are potentially wasted if there is a lack of commitment to engaging in regular forceful exercise or physical pursuits. The individual must realize they are responsible for the decision that make and are in control of their own destiny, where personal health, fitness, and well-being is concerned. From a personal perspective, it is extremely satisfying to see students develop, flourish, and thrive within physical education lesson. And with all the positive effects of physical education offers the student that they can become a well-rounded, well-educated, physically literate members of the communities and a wider society. In conclusion, a physical literate student will have enjoyed the valuable and rewarding experiences through a varied physical education curriculum, whereby engagement and dedication brings about the tangible rewards as well as physical, social, and psychological benefits. Physical literate individuals will understand what constitutes a healthy active lifestyle, including diet, of course, personal fitness, and the correct life choices, thus emphasizing the vast array of benefits and importance of physical education in the holistic development of a child. Okay. The term, oh sorry, the term physical literacy, okay, physical literacy is nothing new. We know that. It is neither a discovery nor innovation. References from the term physical literacy has been traced by Jorbala to the educational journals dating back to the 1930s, which was has a time characterized by the fast pace of industrial modernity, which necessitated physical literacy equally as intellectual literacy. Despite earlier references to physical literacy of the journals, Dr. Margaret Whitehead is accredited with popularizing physical literacy by developing the concept in the early 1990s. The term is often misused as used interchangeably with physical activity, exercise, sport, physical education, motor skill, development, fundamental movement skills, and fundamentals of movement. Although related to these other terms, physical literacy is not the same as defined differently. Physical literacy is an exclusive and universal concept, like everyone can develop their physical literacy irrespective of their ability, age, gender, culture, and religion. Okay? When and where was the first time to hear the word physical literacy? When and where was the first to use the word physical literacy? Can physical literacy translate to all languages? Okay, so we will find out later on. Okay, how do we define physical literacy? Physical literacy is an evolving and debated concept. Multiple definitions have been created by different countries. For example, Australian Sport Commission, okay, 2016, when they introduced the physical literacy is a lifelong holistic learning acquired and applied in movement and physical activity context. It reflects ongoing changes in integrating physical, psychological, cognitive, and social capabilities. It is vital in helping us lead healthy and fulfilling lives through movement and physical activity. A common, probably the most widely accepted definition is the one forwarded by the International Physical Literacy Association, or IPLA, during 2017, by Dr. Margaret Whitehead as the president. Physical literacy can be described as the motivation, confidence, physical competence, knowledge, and understanding to the value and take responsibility for engagement in physical activity for life. Okay? Something to think about. Different definitions should be encouraged, or there will be one universal definition for all countries. If so, how should it be described as a universal? Okay, let's go to the next. Physical literacy elements. Although the various definitions have differences between them, most usually agree. Physical literacy comprises three essentials. First is equally, then important, and the last one is interconnected. Okay, these are the elements. Okay, first is affective. Affective experiencing, recognizing, and expressing a range of motion and responding appropriately to emotional cues of others. Physical, performing physical or manual movements and other skills, of course. No? Then cognitive, knowing, processing, and understanding information. That's the three elements. Okay. These are the essentials. These are the three elements. Okay. First is essential. What do you mean by essentials? Okay. Essential is this is important because we need to realize. Okay. The first and foremost is the progress. Okay. So how do we develop from zero all the way to the competitive level? Something like that. Okay. The next one is equally important. Okay. Their relative importance may change throughout life. Always be aware of focusing on physical competence. Although physical development is important, it is only one of the third essential elements. Okay, the last one is interconnected. As physical literacy is characterized by the belief that the body and mind are interrelated, inseparable, and interdependent. It's accordingly the three elements are interconnected However, the relationship between the elements is complex and yet to be determined. It is likely the relationship between the elements is fluid, subject to the context and stage of life. There are many emerging and challenging questions about the relationship to be explored. Something to think about. Again, would your life be different if you do not develop your physical literacy? Or having a physical literacy skills guarantee you in involvement in physical activity. And the last one is in experiences to physical activity enriching your skills. Okay. Okay. How is a person described if physical literate? Okay. We'll find out later again. Okay. Another something to think about. When did you begin doing physical activity? Can physical journey begin early in the womb? Describe your physical literacy in 3 words today. Okay. Can we have assessed physical literacy? In accordance with the idea of physical literacy, okay, it's a journey which is unique and continuous. It is uh, preferable to refer to charting progress rather than assessment. So instead of doing assessment, okay, always make sure that we must focus on progress or what we call progression in any in any walks of life. We need to uh, go on progression. Like for example, if if you go upstairs, so you have to use the ladder. So it should be step by step. You cannot jump on the next step, or else you might fall. So if you make it in a hurry, right? So then, accordingly, the benchmark against which any change in progress is started is the person's own performance, okay, and not against standardized criteria or the performance of others. Okay, like for example, swimmer may wish to chart their progress by observing personal changes in their swimming rather than comparing themselves to other swimmers. So, because again, at this idea, we know that individuals have differences. Okay, so we're not equal. We're not equal to do the same what we call this. We are not equal to do the same skills. So we have different uh, locomotor skills. Okay, so the speed it varies. All right. So let's go to the next slide. Okay, another is something to think about. Can progress be chartered? If thus, why progress should be chartered? Who chart should progress? Okay. Where can physical literacy be developed? Okay. Physical literacy needs to be proactive, or what we call proactively. Okay. Developed through a range of physical activities as it cannot be changed, it will occur naturally as part of the normal growth. Physical literacy can be developed through physical active experiences and many different places like home, work, school, sports club, etc. Okay? As there is no one activity which can develop all three elements of physical literacy, it is critical that a broad and balanced range of physical activities are provided. Remember, there are countless opportunities for developing physical literacy provided by nature and the outdoors. Also, physical literacy can be developed in four different environments. According to Canadian Sports for Life, okay, the first is on the ground, most games, sports, dance, and physical activities. The next one is water, which is all aquatic activities. The third one is snow and ice. During winter, all sliding activities. And the fourth one is air, in the air. It's gymnastics, diving, and other aerial activities. Okay, let's go to the next. Okay, something to think about. Okay, did you experience a broad and balanced range of physical activity? Do you develop physical activity indoors or outdoors? Did you feel the environment in all your physical activity? It's a matter of think of. The one responsible in developing physical literacy. Okay. Are you familiar with the IPLA? Okay, the IPLA means the International Physical Literacy Association. Okay, it defines implies okay the IPLA definition implies an expectation on the individual to take personal responsibility for developing their physical literacy. Meaning, physical literacy can be described as the motivation, confidence, physical competence, knowledge, and understanding to the value and take responsibility for engagement in physical activities for life. However, as the development of physical literacy is not confined to one sitting, it is likely that many individuals and organizations will be involved in helping others foster their sense of personal responsibility. For example, in relation to the children, significant others could include, of course, parents, guardians, and other members of the family, peers, and friends, health, leisure, industry, and childcare professionals, teachers and teaching assistant, coaches from national governing bodies of sport, instructors, leaders from outdoors education and uniform organization. Something to think about. Okay, so again, are you personally responsible? Oh, sorry. Are you are you personally responsible in developing your physical literacy skills? The one help you most in developing your own. You want physical literacy skills. The least help from whom in developing your physical skills. Okay? Can physical literacy be developed? What I've said. Although this is the list, is not definite. Okay? Physical literacy can be developed by participating in a broad and balanced range of physical activity or experiences which are which are person-centered, of course. Activities should be focused on the individual's needs and expectation rather than the instructor's organization objectives. Okay? Inclusive activities should be accessible, accommodate everyone's requirements, and reflect the diversity of contemporary society. Then the positive. These activities should be enjoyable, motivational, gratifying, and celebrate personal progress. The last one is challenging. Active activities should be progressive and stimulating and allow individuals to experience a sense of mastery, personal success, and achievement. Okay, and then there's something to think of. Okay, did you participate in physical activity and you feel like you never made your included? Did you participate in physical activity if it was never enjoyable? Did you participate in physical activity if you never experienced success? Okay, it always comes to our mind. So we have to overcome everything. Okay, that comes to our mind. Okay, here's what you need to know. Okay, it should be simple, fun, essential, and active learning. Okay, okay. Physical literate, physical literacy is simple. The term physical literacy may sound intimidating, but is simple concept. Physical literacy is merely about developing the fundamental movement skills that our children need, such as running, hopping, throwing, catching, and jumping. These movement skills, in turn, give kids the confidence to participate in different physical activities, sports, and games. In the same way, a child learns to speak by interacting with her parents from an early age, the same as true of learning to move with confidence. It doesn't require special equipment or training, just a bit of knowledge and the simple and natural desire to give your kid the right building blocks from the start. Physical literacy is fun. Yes, my wife and I have always wanted to help our three children to develop their physical literacy, and we did not have to do anything more than what most parents want to do anyway. Spend a bit of time with our children during activities they enjoy. We especially enjoyed being there as our kids celebrated every day is a milestone. Like zipping across the monkey bars, throwing a frisbee clear across a field, or kicking a ball over a fence. Now that they are adult, our reward has been witnessing our kids grow their movement skills, their confidence, and their love of being active. The bonus is that we don't need to send them outside to play. They go on their own. And by the way, they are also pretty good at playing video games, but that's not the only thing that they do. Physical literacy is essential in today's world. In the past, kids developed physical literacy through school physical education classes and regular active play. But we know that both of these things have declined in recent years. As a result, many kids aren't getting the chance to develop their physical literacy. This is why we need to help to make it happen as parents and teachers. The reality is that kids today are exactly like we were. They like to do things are good. The difference is that some of us become experts at outdoor games like kick the can, cops and robbers, and scrubs baseballs, while kids today tend to become masters of things like Facebook, video games, and such as Minecraft. Physical literacy is essential today because the outdoor games and activities that filled our childhood and helped us develop movement skills have been replaced by more screen time and inactivity in general. Physical literacy means more active. Yes, activities and games are two physical literacy. What nursery rhymes are two language, a fun and simple way for your child to develop their skills and their need. Children who are physically literate will be more confident to play games and they will be having more fun playing because they know how to run, jump, throw, and all the rest. Unstructured play is still critically important in the whole process of developing physical literacy because it gives kids a chance to enjoy and practice all the movements skills they need to learn. Okay, lifelong learning. For starters, try to carve out some time each day to play with your kids, just like reading with them. Reading to your kids, develop their love of books, and playing with your kids. Develop their love of movements and play. Physical activity is no different. If your kids learn to make more movement and play a part of their day, okay, they are young to learn everything. It will become a natural part of their lives as they get older. And don't worry, if you don't know exactly how to get started, that's where we come in. Active for Life has activities like games, articles, and more to help get started on developing physical literacy with your children. If you have a new baby born, here are 6 ways to infants to develop physical literacy in year one. We also have specific suggestions for activities your infant can do in their first year. If you get older children, there are 9 ways to tell if your child is physically literate. You can also use physical literacy checklists to see the movement skills that your child should be learning at each age. And you can estimate how physically literate your child is by using our skill builder. Check out the Kid Active apps, okay, for fun games and activities that develop physical literacy, activities and games, okay, especially for physical literacy. It's a nursery rhymes for the language and fun and simple ways for your child to develop skills, okay, that they need. Read also articles and reviews for lots of practical and easy ways you can make, especially for physical literacy, okay, which is part of our life. The most important thing is that you have fun. Okay, this isn't meant to be another chore or any ending to-do list. There are many ways to work physical literacy into a busy or overwhelming schedule without feeling like a burden. Okay, okay, so thank you. This is the end of my talk. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful presentation. So now we are moving to our quiz competition, and after that we proceed to our Q&A. So you have to stay in the backstage for some time. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Dear participants, now we move to our quiz competition. So let's enjoy this video. thank you everyone. This is our quiz session time. Today our quiz code is IGP. You can join this session by slido.com. First of all, you have to go to any Chrome or any other browser. Then you have to go to slido.com and put the code is IGP. Then you can join this session. You can also scan our QR code from the screen to join this session. Top 10 quiz competition winners get their quiz certificate. After quiz session, we have Q&A. This is most exciting session. Now 34 participants join with us. Among them, Ricky Arcolima, Nicodemus Miro, Emilia Rufugio, Tashira Tan, Maribel de la Cruz, Lee Fakunla, Jimma Benilda, Alan is Brutus. We start our quiz competition after 1 minute later. We start our quiz competition now, so be ready to start this quiz. Our first question is physical literacy means physical movement improves literacy skill or to move with confidence in a wide variety of physical activities. To move with confidence in a wide variety of physical activities is the right answer. On the leaderboard, the first position is Quindiana January, and the second one is Nicodemus Miro, and the third one is Gianna Marie. Let's we move to our next question. Our next question is literacy rates are lowest in sub-Saharan Africa or and Eastern Europe or sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia. Sub-Saharan Africa and Southeast Asia is the right answer. On the leaderboard now, the first position is Nicodemus Miro, and the second one is Elanis Brutus, and the third one is Joel Barnason. Our next question is what is nutrition literacy? Is it ability to find nutritional information or ability to interpret nutritional information? Ability to interpret nutritional information is the right answer. On the leaderboard now, Joel Barnas are leading the first position, and the second one is Tashi Dima, and the third one is JB Aparicio. Our next question is which of these is spelled correctly? Is it absence or absence? Absence is the right answer. On the leaderboard, first position is Joel Barnasar, and the second one is Tashi Dema, and the third one is Jamia. Our next question is: the index is found at the beginning of a book. The statement is true or false. False is the right answer. On the leaderboard, the first position is Joel Barnasar, and the second one is Jesse Aparicio, and the third one is Sariel Egg. Our next question is: what are some of the impacts of inadequate physical activity and poor nutrition? Is it poor vision or depression? Depression is the right answer. Now on the leaderboard, the first position is Joel Barnasar, and the second one is Salkian and the third one is Jilan in Godfrey. Our next question is: what is physical literacy? Is it how a movement fitness leads to healthy active living, or how individuals move with confidence in environments? How a movement competence leads to healthy active living is the right answer. On the leaderboard, the first position is Joel Barnasar, and the second one is Salian and the third one is Kinsan. Our next question is: literacy is related only to reading and writing, or has a digital part? Kids need to learn how to use technology. Has a digital part? Kids need to learn how to use technology. Is the right answer. Our next question is: which one is not an aspect of physical literacy? Is it healthy mobile or competitive mobile? Competitive mobile is the right answer on the leaderboard. The first position is Salyan and the second one is Pansho Wang D and the third one is Nikoden Esmiro. I request our participants just only write your full name. Our second participant's name by Ling Central School is not is your name, it's your school name. You just only write your full name, which will directly print on your certificate. Our last and final question is: healthy literacy can be defined as the ability of individuals to access and understand info or necessary knowledge and skill to use technology. The ability of individuals to access and understand info is the right answer. congratulations of our top 10 quiz competition winners on the leaderboard. Now, first position is Salia N, and the second one is Pantiso 1B, and the third one is Nicoden Smith. Top 10 quiz competition winners get their quiz certificate after this session from our official Facebook page. Now we proceed to our most exciting session, and that is Q&A. Let's enjoy this video. Hello, sir. Thank you, sir, for waiting in the backstage. Dear participants, it's our Q&A session. You can ask the question in the comment box. If you have any question related to this topic, you can ask the question in the comment box. Participants are requested to ask their question in the comment box. Dear participants, if you have any question related to this topic, you can ask the question in the comment box. We are still waiting for your question.
নিশার সাথে মিট করে দাও না না এটা না ইয়া মানে বিয়ে না করার সম্ভাবনা আছে দেওয়ার জন্য
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, I hope we have no question. Our participants understand your lesson successfully. So, thank you very much, sir, for your
Welcome, sir.
wonderful
Welcome. Thank
presentation.
you.
And final words for our audience.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, IGP.
Sir, what is your last and final words for our audience?
Thank you, everyone, for coming today. I hope you learned from from our topic this afternoon. Okay. Have a good day, everyone, and God bless.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, we have a good announce for you. On the question of IGP 30th anniversary, we are happy to arrange a pre-international level quiz competition from today to 31 August. We will publish the result on 3rd September 2022 on our website. We have 10 place prize. For the first prize, 1000 US dollar cash and metal trophy and winning crest and recognized medal and winners placement bets and frame certificate global base soul book 50 piece and invitation for global online celebration. For second place, 900 US dollar cash plus metal trophy and winning crest and recognized medal. Winners placement base, fame certificate, global base, soul book, 40 piece, and finally invitation for global online celebration. For third place, 800 US dollar cash plus metal trophy and winning crest and recognized medal. Winners placement base, frame certificate, global base soul book 30 piece, and finally invitation for global online celebration. We have also fourth place, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, nine, and finally 10th place, 100 US dollar cash and crest, recognized medal, and frame certificate. Anyone can submit it by August 31, 3rd September. We will announce our winner list on our website. Quiz joining link www.eduigp.com or http://eduigp.com/quiz. Anyone can participate in the world's biggest quiz competition. Before joining, please note some points. Number one, create an account on our website. Our website address is eduigp.com. If you have any account, then you can directly join through the given link. But if you don't have an account on our website, you are not able to join this biggest quiz competition. So, to attending this session, you have to first of all create an account on our website. Second, you have a total of 1000 seconds to submit a total of 100 questions. 10 seconds for each question. And number three, minimum passing mark is 60%. You have to remember these three options. Then you can click here to enroll. This click, then you can attend this session. Ma'am Maribel asks how to join this quiz. Ma'am, you have to go to eduigp.com/quiz. quiz joining link www.edugp.com or http hash edugp.com hash quiz. Then you can joining the quiz. Today our program name is Physical Literacy During Pandemic. And today our program code is IGP0931. Today program name is Physical Literacy During Pandemic and the code is IGP0931. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. With code, you can claim your certificate anytime. And without an account on our website, you can visit only, but you can do anything functionally. So, to download your certificate, you have to first of all go to our website. Our website address is edugp.com. Then you have to create an account, and after that you have to enroll the program, and then you have to put the code. Then you can finally download your certificate. And after downloading your certificate, don't forget to celebrate with IGP checking. Thank you everyone for attending to this session. Stay happy and stay safe.